Alright. I heard your suggestions, and so what we're gonna do in this video is I'm gonna get into the track a little bit sooner, right? And I'll give it a one playthrough without stopping. Okay, I'm just gonna watch it. I'm just gonna listen. Then I'll give it another playthrough and do a little bit of a closer, take a closer look, closer listen to the track, and see if I have some sort of opinion about it at the end. I've been looking forward to this one. This is the most requested track, music video to react to. I really enjoyed the first Twice track, and at the end also for this one I'm going to reveal who my favorite member of Twice is. So go ahead and hit the like for that, and let me know in the comments who you think it's gonna be. Who do you think my favorite member is, huh? See if you can guess it right. Okay, so here is Twice with I Can't Stop Me.
I can't stop me, can't stop me, can't stop me. 나를 감시하는 just spotlight. 비칠수록 어둠 속으로 빨려들어. 끝이 보이는데 I know it's not right. I can't stop me, can't stop me. 내 앞에 놓여진 이 red light. 건너편에 너는 이미 눈에 맞춰. 느끼고 싶어 짜릿한 highlight. I can't stop me, can't stop me. Yeah.
Oh man. Let's see. So that one was suggested the most, and people said that it was very 80s inspired, and I definitely see and hear like a lot of that in there. The synth drums, the use of synth sounds. Nowadays, there's that synthwave type of production style that's come around, that's really brought a lot of that synthesizer sound back. It's awesome. You know, so synthwave, retro wave, like that whole thing. This rhythmically, you know, it takes me back to a lot of 80s hits, like a lot of 80s dance hits in particular. Right down to the actual choreography. There was a lot of choreography in this video that was a nod to 80s style dance hits and their music videos. The use of color, every single set. This was a gorgeous video. This is beautiful. Everything in this video is, the girls look amazing. They sound great. Oh, the vocals, the vocal lines too. There's a lot of 80s, just like little things that have to do with rhythm, and they have to do with what notes they're laying into, right? It just but I hear it in there, and it's very it's done just right. Like it's done just right. There's a little bit more modern sound when the beat kind of drops, and it feels more like a contemporary sort of hip hop beat. Although that's not far removed from 80s. You know, that was like when hip hop kind of emerged, coming out of like 70s funk and Motown and stuff like that. But no, that was really good. That was really good. One thing to note is that the languages in this video, and I have done a little bit of homework on Twice. That's how I have a favorite member now. You know what I mean? I'm not just like picking one at random. But I've done a little bit of homework on Twice. The Feels, that was their first full English track, right? Like that was the first song they did where all the lyrics were in English. Really great job there. Some people in the comments had said that a couple of the members can speak English, but they're not very confident enough to do it yet. Well, I don't know. These girls are confident. I don't think they're lacking, and it's a little counterintuitive. Strange the way that works, right? They're such great performers. You would think that they would have no hang-ups about it or whatever. And this was a really cool and fun video. The visuals are great. Okay, I'm gonna go listen through it again, watch through it again, and see what pops out here. Okay. Right away, all of these sounds are like 80s synth. Everything, you hear the ding 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 ding, the little synth sort of bass line that's going on in the back, and then these melodic tones over us. Screams 80s. It pretty much establishes that right from the start. All of those, the choreography right from the start there was like straight up 80s. I can't place it. I don't remember who specifically, but in 80s pop music, in 80s movies, like all of it, and it's done so well. This is so awesome, isn't this? This looks so nice. This is gorgeous. All of this. I'm learning who like the members are. Just I've been through the list and I've read a little bit about each of them. Oh my God, this is just cool. This is cool, and they look so amazing in this. The rhythms in all of these vocal parts right here, like, it's one thing to sing something, let's say in English, if it's not like your first language, or for the other way around, if you speak English and you have to sing something in a different language. It's like one level if you have to do, let's say, the whole song that way, right? But because of the way lyric writing works, it's a little bit more manageable, I guess, because you get to stay like in one sort of voice, or not. I don't mean like timbre wise or quality wise. What I mean is like the words in your head, they get to follow one, or like a continuity in as far as the way they're written. It's more impressive to go back and forth between two different languages, and like lyric writing, because they pronounce words a certain way in a different language to make it rhyme and also like make sense with it, then a different language like an English word or something is like, it's very smart, it's very clever, it's very clever writing. So just to acknowledge that, because it deserves a little bit of credit. It's one thing to just sit there and try to write a song in your own language, but to try and go back and forth and have it work, like, it's challenging, and it takes a very like specific talent for that. So the production team and everybody who's behind making the music for these lovely ladies to perform, they have a lot. They are a large portion of the success of this. Just that right there, that chorus work, that's straight up 80s. It's so good because it's like, it's not too much. It's just right. It's just right. It doesn't go too hard into it to where it comes off as some sort of parody almost, or like it's trying too hard to be something. It's not. It's fit right into the correct groove, the correct feel, the rhythms, the tempo, everything is right where it should be. It should be there. So that's why it sounds awesome. All of this choreography, all of this, the wardrobe, all of these. This is Tron right here. It's the colors, the use of color in this video is just amazing. Look at this. The syncopation on that little rap sequence right there, because you had all three, right? Oh, another thing that, in doing some research on this group, this is a very ambitious pop act, and I don't know I don't get. I know there's like auditions for something called JYP, which I think is the initials of some guy who does production. I don't know how to equate it to the West with labels and publishers and such. From what I have read so far, it kind of seems like they're like a combination of things, both label production side and then also like publisher distribution side. But I don't fully understand it. However, I know that there's an audition process for this, for each one of these members, to get into one of many K-pop groups, right? And so what you have is 9 members, and some of them are like the vocal leads as far as the singing, some of them are the leads as far as the rap portions, and then some of them are leads as far as the dancing portions. So it's I don't know if like everybody sings, even the ones who dance. I think they do though. I think everybody, like, because obviously the ones who sing and do the other parts, they're also dancing. They're also in on the choreography and stuff. But it's a very ambitious type of act to pull off, and everybody's contributing to the end, production, the end product here that we have. But the rhythms in that little sequence there were very nicely done. Very nicely done. There's a bit of an evolution. Like I said, hip hop kind of came out of the 80s. And that little sequence right there, the rhythm became a little bit more syncopated and more sophisticated as it went from one to the next part. And that was just really, it was good. That was cool. That was good. That was good. Let me see. Great use of color. Just like, man, that's an epic video right there. That's great. That's great choreography. That's the color. It was rich in the feels also. Same thing. Same. I'm not saying that they dropped the ball at any point. No, far from it. There's great consistency in all of this production, which is one of the thing about it, man. The reason this is just feels like it's way out ahead of anything coming out of the West is because of all of the work that's going behind it. Everything, just from the musicality, from the marketing, the aesthetic. It's all just like full blast. Like they just crank it up and it's full blast, man. Great chord progression. Like I said, everything is 80s, and it's right. It's done right. It's not overdone. It's not under suggested either. It's not too subtle. It was cool. It was so far, both of these that I've heard, it's a bop. Like it's just like bop after bop after bop. Uh, they're great. They're really great. Twice. Uh, yeah, they're. I think somebody had pointed out that they're like the biggest, most successful, if you want to say it that way, most successful of the K-pop girl groups, at least right now. And like I said, all the fact that there's 9 members, it's just, this is a master plan as far as like creating a pop hit. As far as the group, as far as the songs, this is a master blueprint of how to do that. So again, another win. I'm trying very hard not to listen to more, so that I can do like the fresh react or whatever. I want to hear it for the first time here, and it's hard. It's taking some discipline for me to like not just. I listened to a couple of tracks off of their first album. The Story Begins, I think, is the first one, and they seem to have they release what they call mini albums, and then they have full albums. I guess like EP and LP, or I'm not sure, right? But they have some sort of formula where they have an album that has less songs, and then another album that has some more tracks on it. But just ambitious. This song was great so far. And the other two that I listened to, I also enjoyed those. I can hear differences in the production and in the vocals, and but so far it's all good. It's all just great. I'm really enjoying like all of it. I'm pretty glad that I that I listened to the K-pop music, because it has been rewarding. Now, who do you think was my favorite member, or who do you think I chose as my favorite member of Twice? So it might not be who you think it is, right? I know, what is it, Nayeon? She's very popular right now. I know she just branched off and, well, not branched off really, but she has a solo project out called Pop, right? And she's also very much like out in front of the group. She's very cute, so, she's easy to look at, right? So they like to put her out in front. But it's a good move. Again, this is a master blueprint for how to do this, right? So, if you look at the polls, right, at the K-pop sort of fan polls, you'll see that it's like Suyu, who's way out in front and very popular. Of course, that's aggregate polls from many different countries, right? So, if you were thinking that I was going to say either one of them, don't get me wrong, they're great. I love them. I love all of them. But who is my favorite? Well, it's Chaeyoung. Because, of course it is. Like, who else is it going to be? Right? She's super cute. To me, she's the cutest one out of the group, and I love all of her parts. They're the most fun. Like every time that she has a part, when she's the main rapper in the group, and I love all of her parts whenever she comes around. She looked amazing in this video right here. I don't know if you could tell, but you know, she definitely gets my attention whenever she makes an appearance, right? She looked really, really just gorgeous in this video. They all did. They all looked absolutely amazing. But my favorite, Chaeyoung. Yep. And so I mean, I love the group so far. You know, they're awesome, and Chaeyoung is my favorite, and I'm excited to listen to more. I have you know, a day job that eats up most of my time, so I'll try to do reacts when I can, cause it's fun. It's really fun. But anyways, that's gonna be it for now. Thanks for all your suggestions, all your recommendations for songs and videos and such. I'm gonna do more Twice. I'm gonna do more Blackpink, more aespa. Thank you for helping me with the pronunciation out there. ITZY, and of course Red Velvet. I have to do Red Velvet more, because all of these groups are just amazing. But today, right now, Twice, I Can't Stop Me, Chaeyoung, I Can't Stop Me from enjoying the music and performance of Twice.